Aramis, welcome to FrightFest. You're here with the world premiere of On the Edge. How are you? How are you feeling?
I feel great. I am really excited. The anticipation of all this finally happening is a little overwhelming, but I'm just so proud of it. So much happened so fast, and the fact that now we're actually viewing it in a few hours is like amazing. I'm really excited.
And you, in the film, you play Peter. Can you tell us a little bit about the character?
Yeah. Well, Peter is a man who he's been through some trauma, and years later, as a family man and a parent, he wants to keep his family and be true to them and be honest, but at some point the trauma comes back and he finds a way that he deals with it, and part of that is dealing with booking 36-hour BDSM sessions, and it's something that is actually more common with a lot of people in that world, the BDSM world. And I hope it sheds some light that it's more of a positive experience than negative, or how people might see it. So Peter he's a strong guy, but he has a lot of stuff that he's dealing with. And, I'm sure he tried therapy, I'm sure he tried a lot of things, but if this is the one thing that helps, how can you knock somebody for doing that?
And you've known the Soskas for a number of years, but what was it about this, when they came with you with this, what made you sign on?
So on me, Jen and Sylvia, we've been friends for a while, and we've always talked about doing something together, but this opportunity came up and they called me in July and we have this script, we'd like you to read it, and I read it, and my first impression was, what the fuck? Because it was just so different from pretty much a lot of movies I've seen, and what demanded of the character I was playing was hard. It was hard to read, to see what it was going through, and it was intimidating, it was overwhelming, and it was, all these feelings of emotions of this is really dehumanizing, and how am I going to look? But the more I started reading it and then starting to understand the character, it was I was like, wow, if I do this really well and just give it everything I have and don't hold back and open up all my weaknesses and vulnerabilities, this could be not just a great movie, actually a great learning experience for people that have been kind of closing up a lot of emotions and everything. So I'm curious to see how it all is, and that script was so powerful. And then when we're actually making it, it was just so I can't believe we're doing this, because it's so different, it's so raw and real and scary in so many different ways. And it was just it's one of the best things I have ever done in my career, and I'm really excited for people to see it.
And it's when the Soskas made American Mary, they sort of opened up this world of body mod and sort of showed those people in a light that probably hadn't been seen. And I think they're doing a similar thing here with people in the BDSM community. What do you hope that people take from watching this film?
Well, I think the way that they went about it for the BDSM world, and using your safety words and everything, that's the proper way you do it. And I have worked in adult and being a dom for years, they gave it, it is a horror movie, let's make that clear. So we do push boundaries, but even though the little bits of truth that they do put in is very honest and it's very real. And I think 50 Shades of Grey really put this whole twist on that community that I could just own you and do whatever I want. And that's not how it is. It's very disrespectful, it's dangerous if you're going to play that way. But this way, we do, in the moment where we do, you hear the phone call, and it's basically given the steps of what I want, the arrangement, what's the agreement with, and that's how it should be. It should be a safe experience. Anybody could wield the whip, but it's really the sub that has the power, delivering when to stop and what's okay and what's not. So I was very happy that the way they went about the movie was very respectful, And definitely, I hope for this community, it is going to be acknowledged and honored and be like, thank you, that's the way you do it, properly.
Well, I will let you go and enjoy your premiere later.
Thank you so much.